Happy birthday, Virgo. Thank you for joining me back on the channel. I've decided to give you all a birthday reading, okay? You are the first sign that are going to have this birthday reading that I'm introducing to the channel, and I'm very pleased to do it for you. I wish you all an amazing birthday, and if you celebrated your birthday already in August, and I hope you had an amazing time. The first card we're going to look at, Virgo, is the previous year in summary. So we're going to be taking a look at how things were for you from last year's birthday to this birthday that you just had or you're yet to have. So the first card to come up for you is the Knight of Pentacles. This is your energy, Virgo, and I'm actually using my deck called the Golden Universal Tarot, given to me by one of my amazing sisters. Thank you, sis. And I'm actually using it on your sign for the first time, okay? So with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you may have felt that things were quite stagnant in regards to if you were in a relationship, if you were working, Virgo. I feel like for your relationship, Virgo, you may have felt that things were very slow moving, okay? So maybe you were quite slow moving in regards to offering your love to another person, or you may have felt quite restrictive in regards to expressing yourself in a loving way towards your partner. You may have felt as though, you know, your love interest was being this way towards you. Although you had a lot of emotions and feelings inside, you may have just felt that no matter what you did, it just wouldn't be, you know, it just wouldn't, you just were not able to express that. Now, Saturn, the planet of rules, restrictions, and structure, is in your fifth house. Now, fifth house is all about, you know, fun, you know, playfulness, creativity, sex, love, laughter, you know, getting in touch with your inner child, children, having children also. And with Saturn, the planet of, you know, restrictions, being in your fifth house, your playhouse, I will call it, I feel like it inhibited you in a sense of you being unable to express yourself in a loving manner from last birthday to this birthday, because Saturn went in your fifth house, I believe, in 2018, okay, or 2017, the ending of 2017, Saturn went into your fifth house. So you may have felt even from then, Virgo, that things were quite restrictive in terms of your love life. Maybe you may have felt that starting a new relationship with someone wasn't, you know, it wasn't working, or there was blockages in the way, okay, because Saturn does cause blockages. And I feel for some of you also that you may have felt that you were in jobs that were not paying you what you were worth, and some of you may have been in employment where the employment was on and off. So you may have had rota-based work whereby some days you're working and some days you're not, which restricted your finances. So I feel like a lot of things were quite slow moving. You may have felt that people, especially if you were in relationships with people, they were acting quite slow moving towards you, not being sure as to whether or not they want to be in a commitment, you know, things not really taking off from the ground up. I.e., if you started to date someone, it didn't go to that next level. So I feel like from last birthday up until this birthday, there may be an ending of this slow moving energy. And I feel like for some of you, this is slow moving energy is coming from yourself, is what I'm guessing. But there may be an ending to that sort of slow moving energy in terms of putting in any work and effort into a relationship, into any job. Some of you may have felt also that the jobs that you were doing were quite boring and, you know, slow moving, and, you know, is this going to be me for the rest of my life? And, you know, a lot of things were very, I feel, taking its time to flourish, is what I'm getting here. Not to say you didn't have an amazing year or you didn't have high points in your year, the year previously, but I feel like there was an energy of slowness around that year. Let's take a look at the next question to see what have you learned from the past year, Virgo. So we have the Justice card. Now, maybe a Libra could be of importance to some of you, but I feel like with the Justice card, I feel like you may have learnt that it's beneficial for yourself and others to be honest and fair. You know, maybe in the past you may have been around individuals that weren't necessarily honest. And although, you know, you may have had ties with them, it could have been family members, it could have been friends, cousins, you know, work colleagues. You may have enjoyed hanging around with these people, or you may have felt as though you were obliged to hang around with these people. But I get a sense of, you know, the fact of honesty, I feel, plays a big part in what you've learned from last year's birthday to this year's birthday. And you may have felt that in some cases that you weren't being true to yourself as well. And in order to be honest, you have to be true to yourself. So I feel like from last birthday to this upcoming birthday, you may have gone through a period of learning and feeling comfortable with standing in your truth, and also, you know, not being in some sort of energy of being stagnant and being quite fear-minded. So some of you, again, not just in love and not just in work, in terms of the way of thinking, some of you may have been quite slow moving to make a decision, or unable to make a decision, but you may have learned, or you may be learning now, that it's more beneficial to see both sides of the matter. Being quite fair in your way of thinking and in the way of dealing with things, and not being stuck to one sort of mindset is what I'm getting here with the Justice card. Some of you could have also been thinking about commitment as well with the Justice card. Maybe this could be the time that I should think about settling down and getting married, you know. Or maybe some of you may be thinking about leaving a marriage or leaving a relationship that felt like a marriage with the Justice card. Being honest, being true to yourself, being honest if the relationship has broken down. Let's take a look at what you inspire to be, or what you inspire to gain in the next 12 months. And the card we have for you is the Two of Cups. Very beautiful. So I feel for some of you, the heart of the matter is that you want to have this soulmate connection with somebody. You could be with an existing partner in the now. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo, or some of you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And I feel like you may want to take this connection to the next level. This is how you feel truly and deeply inside. But because of the energy of feeling stuck, you may not have known how to get this relationship to the next level, or to even speak to this person that you may have your eye on, or to give this offer to this individual, or to even make an offer to, you know, make an offer to apply for a job that you're interested in, make an offer to apply for a job that you're actually passionate about, and staying stuck in a job that you know deep down is not for your soul's growth and is not for your life path. Okay, so some of you, I feel that you may want to invest in yourself in a sense of focusing on your creativity. You aspire to do a job that you enjoy. You inspire to do a project that you enjoy. Some of you are creatives, and I feel like you want to be given that opportunity, maybe by someone. Maybe you have your eye on a specific manager or a specific person that's in the field of work that you want to be in. And this is one of the aims that you are, you know, focusing on. I want to do something that I love. I feel strongly for some of you that love is the theme for you. You inspire to be in a partnership, a committed partnership, where you have this soulmate connection, where you can connect mind, body, and soul, where you're able to, in some cases, read your partner's mind. I feel like you want a deep spiritual connection, because maybe in the past, Virgo, you may have been in a connection where, like I mentioned before, it felt quite restricted and rigid. And maybe you could have been in a connection where it was just very surface based. You want something a little deeper. Some of you may not know, you know, how to actually phrase it in words, but I feel like you want a life partner in the now. You may not want someone that you're just going to date. You want to find the one. And that's what you aspire to find within the next 12 months. Let's take a look at what empowers you in reaching your aspirations. So what will empower you from reaching this soulmate connection, or this relationship that is going to make you feel as though you've met your life partner, or this job that's going to make you feel alive, this job that's going to allow you to unleash your passions and creativity. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. So what will inspire you, what will empower you into reaching your aspirations, Virgo, is to start to plan. So if you do want to meet somebody, you may have to think to yourself, okay, maybe all I do is go to work and go home. It may be worth me signing up on a dating website. You know, some of you may be quite reserved and shy, and you know, that's fine. You know, we can work around that. People can work around these things. Or some of you may feel like it's never going to happen for me. I'm too busy to get into a love relationship, or no one is going to give me that love that I want. No one's going to give me that love that I seek. You know, you have to find a plan. Rome wasn't built in a day, you know. I feel like in terms of wanting to capture that dream job, or capture that attention of that person that is in the position to give you that job that you want, or that job that you have been dreaming about, it may be an idea to plan, to maybe sit down and really be strategic in the way and how you're going to execute this plan. So like I mentioned before, in terms of meeting a new partner, for some of you, if you've been single for a while and wanting to be in a soulmate relationship, maybe going on a dating app, something that has success stories, you know, a dating app that has real life success stories. For others of you, thinking of ways in which, you know, you can get your foot through the door, maybe doing a bit of freelance work first and foremostly, you know, to get some experience. So planning is going to be of importance for you, as well as, you know, not fearing the work that you're going to have to put in to maybe be in this relationship, or for some of you to work on the relationship. Maybe some of you want to take your relationship to the next level, and you may feel like, oh, it's too much work, it's never going to happen, we're still going to be in this stuck energy. No, there's going to have to be a plan. Maybe a plan of working together, maybe a plan of going to see a counselor, or getting a third party in the sense of a counselor to help with the, you know, the stagnancy of the relationship, the issues of the relationship is what I'm getting here. Maybe planning, you know, on doing things with each other that can help the relationship to grow. So I feel like planning and putting in work into what you want will be very, very beneficial for you, Virgo. And that will empower you into reaching your goals within the next 12 months. So let's see what may stand in your way of reaching your goals and aspirations. And we have the 7 of Wands. You see, this card speaks to me of restrictions, okay? Being disillusioned as well, all right? Feeling as though, oh, it's just a pipe dream, it's never going to happen for me. And as you can see, this man has got his sticks up, you know. You could look at this card and say to yourself, on one hand, he's fighting off his battles, he's putting his barriers up, he's protecting himself. And if that's the case, this could also indicate to you, Virgo, that you could be putting your barriers up to meeting that person. It could be someone that wants to offer you love, or the commitment that you want deep down inside. But because you may be putting your barriers up around you, this person will be unable to penetrate those barriers and be unable to get to you, in a sense of being able to connect to you. Another thing could be that you could look at this card in a sense of being able to break down the barriers, right? So you could look at this card as the man holding the stick to break down the other sticks that are surrounding him, that's blocking him. So this is saying to me that, you know, maybe if you don't break down your fears, if you don't break down the barriers that are holding you back, this is going to prevent you from reaching your aspirations. And it goes back to the first card that we spoke about, Virgo, when we mentioned about, you know, Saturn. I feel strongly Saturn being in the 5th house, which has caused some sort of slow movement in terms of your love life, your you know, connecting with others, meeting new people, working projects, etc. Now you can choose to be in the energies of, you know, this man where he's hiding, where he's got his barriers up, wanting what he wants but not going after it. Or you can choose to be in the energies of the man where he's holding that stick and he's breaking down those walls. You know, he's going after what he deserves, what is his birthright, you know, which is happiness and fulfillment. So that's going to be a barrier for you. If you choose to have these walls around you, you'll miss out on your blessings, is what I'm getting. So let's take a look at your relationships and emotions in the coming year. So from this birthday to the next birthday, we have your card, we have the Hermit. This is suggesting to me that some of you may want to be in a spiritual connection with somebody. Okay, you may want a connection with somebody where you can connect with them on a spiritual level, something that's not mundane, something that is not surface based, something that, you know, will allow you to connect to this person's heart, to connect to this person's soul. And you want someone to be able to do that for you also. You may also want to be in a connection with someone whereby you are allowed your space, you are allowed your me time, but at the same time you're still able to rely on each other. Okay, you may want a connection whereby, you know, your partner is there for you when you need them, and you're there for your partner when they need you, but at the same time you're both self-reliant. You're both able to really, you know, be comfortable with being alone, but at the same time you're in a connection with each other. Some of you may want to be in a relationship with someone where no one knows about it, because Virgos can be very private individuals. So you may want to have a private relationship where you feel that it will be sacred. So there'll be no interference from outsiders. Okay. I also sense that some of you may be going on some sort of spiritual journey whereby you want to take your time out of relationships and do some sort of self-healing and, you know, getting to know yourself. Maybe some of you are, I feel, definitely going on some sort of self-discovery. This could also suggest that some of you may want to work on a partnership as well. Like I said, take it to that next level, take it to a more spiritual plane. Maybe wanting some sort of commitment with your partner, but I feel like you want to be in some sense in solitude, or even though you may be in a connection with someone and you may not want a lot of people to know about the connection, is what I'm getting. For others of you, you may choose to just be single because you may feel like you still need to work on yourself. Let's take a look at your career, work and finances as well. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is suggesting, this is an amazing card. This is suggesting that you will be financially abundant. You may gain some sort of windfall, some sort of handout, some sort of payment that was owed to you will be given to you. For some of you, this may come as a shock because you wasn't expecting this payment. And I feel, you know, from this birthday to the next, some of you could be receiving birthday money, maybe from parents, maybe from, you know, a job, or you may be getting some sort of birthday bonus, but you're going to be given, some of you may even win the lottery is what I'm feeling as well, but some of you are going to be given some sort of surprise financial, you know, opportunity. Some of you may be going into a new job which will allow you to gain this money. Others of you will be getting some sort of pay rise. Someone will be taking notice of your achievements and giving you a pay rise. Others of you will be moving into a new job that pays you more than the other job. But I feel that you'll be financially blessed from this birthday to the next. I definitely feel that there's going to be some sort of shock finance that comes to you. It could be a windfall of money, okay, and for some of you it could be a back date, or for some, in some cases. For others of you it could be some sort of tax rebate as well that can time with the back date. But for some of you, I feel like it's a shock that you're going to receive this money, because it is going to be a lot of money. This speaks about a new opportunity and a very abundant opportunity. So expect a lot of money from this birthday to the next. I don't feel like for some of you it's going to come all in one, you know, lump, but for some of you it may come, you know, from this birthday to the next. But for others of you it could come in a big lump, but there's going to be some sort of shock financial opportunity that will be offered to you. And for others of you, you know, this speaks of, you know, working in a job that pays you what you are worth and paying you more than you've ever been paid before, is what I'm getting. So let's take a look at the next card, which is your health and well-being. So we have the Devil card, okay? So for your health, I feel like some of you may be overthinking about something or someone. It could be a love interest. It could be wanting to, you know, stabilize some sort of foundation, feeling like you're, you know, there's going to be some sort of maybe obsessive thinking or doing something. Some of you may be, you know, because the Devil card does speak of addictions as well. So your health can be affected if you have any sort of addictions, especially for some of you. It could be sex addiction, it could be drugs, alcohol, it could be food addiction, it could be gambling, right? Especially because it's next to the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So there could be some sort of gambling addiction that could actually affect your health, because if you gamble, for some of you, and you run out of that money, then it may make you feel you won't feel good about yourself because you'll be unable to do the things that you need to do in order to keep your house running if there's lack of money. Okay, for others of you, you may even waste your money, or you know, on things that you don't necessarily need, things that are not good for you, that are bad for your health. Okay, so this is saying with the Devil card, that your health and your well-being can be affected by addictions if you have any addictions of any sort. It's also saying that, you know, you could be in some sort of toxic relationship with someone, and that too can affect your health and well-being. That too can make you feel stuck and stagnant in order to move forward in what you want to do, is what I'm getting. And that can have a detrimental effect on your health and well-being, because I feel some of you want to be very balanced in the now. Some of you are going on this journey, on this quest of inner peace, of finding yourself, and you want to be surrounded by peaceful people as well, is what I'm getting. Let's take a look at the next question, which is your spiritual energy and inner fulfillment. So we have the High Priestess. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces, okay? Pisces could be of importance to you. Could be a mother figure, could be a father figure, I was about to say, but it could be. It could be a sister, it could be a partner. I feel like your spiritual energy will be at its peak because you'll be getting in touch with your intuition. And for some of you, you may be around a very spiritual person that is like the High Priestess, someone that is very intuitive, someone that could be psychic, right? Someone that could be an empath. But I don't really see High Priestess as an empath. She could be, but I feel more intuitive. I feel like this person will be able to help you in some way, to be able to, for you to get in touch with your emotions. Now with the High Priestess and your card, Virgo, there is two opposing, you're both opposing each other. So you could even meet someone that is opposite to yourself. You could meet somebody that is very spiritual and they help you to get in touch with your spirituality, someone that is different from yourself. Because I feel like for some of you, there's some sort of stuck energy that you want to get out of, and maybe this person may hold the key. Obviously you have to help yourself in situations, but I feel like for some of you, being around this individual, this spiritual person, this person may be very knowledgeable. She may unlock certain keys to the mind that you wanted answers for. And I feel like she'll be able to teach you, or he will be able to teach you about, you know, the way the world works, about, you know, maybe astrology, maybe tarot, or, you know, just psychology in some way in general, or allowing you to get in touch with your thoughts and feelings, which I feel is going to help you to be in touch with your spirituality and get in tune with yourself. This could be a very romantic, and some of you want this connection whereby it's a spiritual connection, and I feel like you may find this spiritual connection with this intuitive female. It could be a Pisces, or it could be someone that, you know, embodies the energies of the High Priestess, and, you know, it could also be a Virgo like yourself. And I feel like your intuition is going to be on point, and it may scare some of you sometimes because you may have felt that you were quite logical and quite rigid and didn't want to think outside the box, but this person may allow you to see outside the box and to think outside the box. So I feel like your intuition will be on fire. You will want to reserve your energy, going back to the Hermit card. So some of you may want to reserve your energies in different areas, not want to put work and effort into something that's going to take from you, going to want to be around people that's going to take from you. You want to reserve your energies and safeguard your energies as well, is what I'm seeing here. So let's take a look at what you may need to focus on for the year ahead. So you may need to focus on communication for the year ahead for some of you, because we've got the Queen of Swords. Maybe also being assertive. You could be dealing with a air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. But this is saying if you are in a connection with this person's sun, moon, or rising, then you may need to focus more on this individual with the Queen of Swords. Maybe this person needs more attention. Maybe you need to be in the energies of the Queen of Swords, whereby you're able to focus on not being around people that are negative for you. About to say Death card, but the Devil card. So, you know, maybe your focus should be on being assertive when you need to be, you know, not, you know, because the Queen of Swords can be quite abrupt. She can be quite, you know, cutthroat when she needs to be, and she has no qualms with cutting people off. So maybe some of you need to be in the energies of learning when to cut people off, and learning when people no longer should have a seat at your table to eat. You know, not being that person that people take advantage of. Knowing when to say no is what I'm getting here with the Queen of Swords. Okay, let's take a look also at the two last questions. And the second to last question is, what will be the most important lesson in the coming year for you? So we have Five of Pentacles. So what will be the most important lesson for you, Virgo, is, you know, not fearing, I feel, about emotional loss, and not fearing about being left out in the cold. Some of you may be thinking to yourself, oh, you know, I'm never going to get that relationship that I see. It won't exist. It doesn't exist. So not fearing, you know, not placing fear about maybe financial loss as well, because sometimes when you focus on something, you actually bring it to yourself. So not fearing that you will lose money, because I do see some of you gaining a big financial profit here, and also maybe not feeling as though you are not wanted. Some of you may have felt that you're not wanted, or someone wouldn't want you, or, you know, something along the lines, or that no one will want to hire me for that job. Not feeling emotionally bankrupt, not feeling financially bankrupt. And because sometimes when people feel this way, they then, you know, deflect that on others, and they make others feel that way. So not making others feel that they're left out in the cold, and not feeling as though you're left out in the cold, knowing that you're loved and knowing that you're wanted. Okay, is what I'm getting with this card. And the most important lesson I feel for the coming year is also to focus on maybe saving, because this could actually happen for some of you, you know, being left out in the cold, feeling as though, and not even feeling as though, maybe losing money as well if you're not careful, because we have the Death card next to the Ace of Pentacles. So this could also mean gambling or spending your money and not saving. So maybe not saving could be a focus for you. So maybe thinking about saving from this birthday to the next will be highly beneficial for you. Okay, because if you don't save or spend your money wisely, then, you know, you may be in the energies of this Five of Pentacles, and we do not want that. So let's take a look at the last question, which is, overall, where are you headed to in the next 12 months from this birthday to the next? So we have the Nine of Swords. This is suggesting, you know, being overwhelmed, being stressed, feeling as though everything is moving too fast, being anxious, being mentally exhausted, taking on too much is what I'm getting. So maybe if you feel in this energy, Virgo, it's worth doing some sort of yoga, some sort of meditation, maybe speaking to a counselor, speaking to a family member, talking about your stress, writing down your stress, you know, maybe seeing, like I mentioned, someone that is trained to help you, maybe a CBT counselor that can help you focus on different areas of your life, so it doesn't make you feel overwhelmed, because this speaks of being overwhelmed is what I'm getting here. So what else will happen for now until the next? We have the Six of Cups. So this speaks of, from now until the next birthday, you will definitely be in a soulmate relationship, because I feel that you won't allow any sort of fear to get in the way of you pushing through, not allowing the energies of Saturn being in your fifth house to restrict you to going after what you want. So I feel like, you know, this is where you're going to be headed to with the Six of Cups, maybe going back to a soulmate, recreating some sort of love that was, you know, that once was. You know, it could be with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, going back to the past as well. Maybe some of you could be thinking about the past, which is why you may want to be single, is what I'm getting here. For others of you, I feel like you will meet a soulmate. If you do believe in soulmates, it may be a soulmate that you've met in a past life, and they come back in this life to start a new connection with you. But for others of you, you may meet somebody new. I feel this is a new connection, because these children are young. So it's going to be a connection that starts off with someone that is brand new. So it could be someone, you know, that lives at a different location than yourself, a different area, but it may be someone that you don't know, but they are a soulmate, and or it will turn into a soulmate relationship. So what will happen from now until your next birthday, Virgo? We have the Magician. Okay, so I feel like where you're headed to is being a manifester, you know, being in your power, realizing that you are able to manifest anything you want into your life. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of work, but you're going to believe in yourself, and you're going to be able to bring what's in the ethers into earth, is what I'm getting, and being confident about that, gaining your confidence again, not feeling stuck, breaking yourself out any sort of stagnation and restrictiveness that you felt, realizing that for some of you that it's all in the mind, you know, and having power of the mind and being able to manifest what you want into reality. This is an amazing card. A Gemini could be of importance to some of you as well. So you and this Gemini may be able to manifest a lot of things into fruition. We also have the King of Swords, could be dealing with a Gemini, Cancer. Whoa, I said Cancer again. Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. I feel this is your energy. So where you're headed to is to be in the energies of the King of Swords. So we went from the Queen of Swords to the King of Swords. This is being in your masculine power, cutting away things that no longer serve you. Some of you could be thinking about starting your own business, maybe with a love interest, with the Six of Cups, right? Others of you, I feel like you're really dedicated, you're really focused, you're really diligent, you're really analytical on what you want to achieve, not being fearful of the unknown, going after your dreams. Some of you may be going back to college to study maybe law. For others of you, you may be doing something over the internet that requires you to know a little bit about computers, but I feel that you'll be able to be direct and not be fearful. You'll be able to be standing in your power, and you'll be able to be speaking your truth. Remember the balance card? Remember this remember this card, all about balance, you know, being balanced, being truthful to yourself. You know, I feel like you'll be able to do that, but you're going to do that with a sense of authority. Not to say that you're going to, you know, be disrespectful to people, but I feel like some of you may have shied away from your truth. Okay, I feel like with this card as well, it's a good way to end the reading. Maybe cutting away any sort of, you know, stresses that, you know, and anxieties that kept you trapped, kept you blocked, which I mentioned before. But this card also speaks of being true to yourself and going after what you want unapologetically. Virgo, that was your birthday reading. You were the first sign that I'm doing this for, and the first sign that I'm using these cards for. If you would like a personal reading for your birthday reading from this year to the next, then please go to the description box below where all my details are. Virgo, it's been a pleasure. Happy birthday. Peace out.